This is A-Game. Fast acting, long lasting, with no side effects.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what we're talking about is just how far women are gone nowadays. Black women, and think being feminine, actually they equate it to slavery. So I got a real quick video to show you guys, and then we're going to come back and cook this stupid mindset. So let me go ahead. Let me share the screen really quickly. Here we go.
Men say they want a wife, but what they're describing is almost like I can't quite find the word. A house slave was a slave who worked and often lived in the house of the slave owner, performing domestic labor. House slaves had many duties, such as cooking, cleaning, being used as a sexual slave, serving meals, and caring for children. What they want in a wife and what this is almost sound like the same thing. Men.
Okay. Stop sharing this. Let me come back to you. Okay, so you heard that drivel. It's the disingenuous conversation for me. The various ways in which Black women try to make out things like femininity, being a traditional wife, and all of these sorts of things are somehow evil and they shouldn't be desired and they're backwards and, to go all the way into slavery. Let's talk about the fact that the modern Black women is doing all of this stuff without the security of any kind of stable relationship. Okay. Hopefully she's performing some type of domestic duties. Hopefully a dish is getting washed. Hopefully clothes are getting washed. Hopefully floors are getting mopped. Hopefully, stuff is being cleaned. Beds are being made, or whatever the case may be. Hopefully, even if she's single, she's actually doing some of this stuff on her own. Okay? You mean to tell me y'all are out here being whole grown women and you ain't washing your drawers? You not even rinsing out a dish when you done with it? You ain't swept, mopped, vacuumed, swiffered, steamed. You ain't done none of that to a floor, a bathtub, a toilet, a sink? And judging by the background of some of y'all TikToks, the answer is no. But I'm just saying, don't you do domesticated duties on your own? Like some of y'all will clean up for just the Negro that's sliding through for a couple of hours. Like y'all will call y'allself try to straighten up. And he ain't gave you no stability. He ain't gave you nothing but that eggplant. That's what he gave you. Okay? He ain't gave you nothing else. He won't even give you a good conversation. And you will call yourself straighten up for him. You will call yourself straighten up the house, or or whatever for him. Let's talk about the sexual slavery before we get into the cooking and cleaning, because I consider that as part of the domestic duties. A bunch of y'all got a bunch of kids. So you telling me you not cooking? You not serving no meals to your kids? Let's go to the sex, because a lot of these women like to attribute the obligation of sex in a marriage to some type of slavery or some type of, oppressive system. These are the same women that she will have sex with a whole bunch of men, regardless of any relationship status at all. It don't matter if it was a real relationship, a situationship, whatever kind of ship it was. A lot of these ships ain't seaworthy. But it don't matter what kind of ship, as long as there's an eggplant in the middle of it, she's on it. Okay? And she's having sex with all of these different types of men. And while she's not in a committed relationship, while none of these men promise her anything, while none of these men give her any stability of any kind, when none of these men pay her hardly no attention, when none of these men, she can't hardly get nothing else out of them but the sex, you know what I'm saying? And whatever little games that a F-19 like to play and all of this other kind of stuff, she get a bunch of headaches out of it. But she'll continue to have a whole bunch of sex. And in these situations, with the absence of a reputable, stable man and reputable, stable connection or relationship, not only does she not consider this type of sexual activity slavery, she actually considers it empowering. She actually considers her promiscuity as empowering. She sees it as uplifting. She sees it as an affirmation of her womanhood and of her freedom. Tell me I'm lying. She sees her promiscuity as all of these things. Her ability to dip in with this guy and this guy and that guy and get all types of sexual attention and get favors and a couple of dollars here and a little money here and a trip here and there. You know what I'm saying? She will brag about that. She'll be like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying? I did this and did that, you know, yada, yada, yada. She'll tell everybody about the dudes that she let smash and all this kind of craziness. And this is supposed to be something that she's proud of. This is something that empowers her. This is something that, you know what I'm saying, like I said, affirms her womanhood. It affirms her freedom from any constraint, and she do what she want to do with her body, her choice, yada, 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 all of this nonsense, right? Let's talk about the children. Along with all this promiscuity, these are the same women that will have multiple children, sometimes with multiple men. Again, without any type of specific relationship status with any of the fathers, okay? She raising and rearing these children, often denying the man to have any significant input about the raising and the rearing of the children. All she wants is a few dollars, whether that be through child support or whatever, however she can get it, okay? She don't really want this man's input as a father. She don't really want this man to really do nothing, you know what I'm saying, in terms of really being active in this child's life. She actually prefer that he don't be. So a lot of these chicks got 3, 4, 5 kids, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Many times it's not the same father for all of them. And these are the men that she done been promiscuous with. These are the men that have not committed to her one way or another. They haven't done, you know what I'm saying? She might have known them for a little while or whatever, but there's never been any discussion about what they are or moving forward in life together or anything like that. And she done popped out kids and everything. Children that she got to rear and raise. She got to, you know what I'm saying, make sure they going to school and make sure they eating and making sure, you know what I'm saying, that they have proper clothing and proper housing and all this sort of thing. So she's doing all of this work. She's doing everything that lady said on the list without any promise of anything from any man. And this is supposed to be something that's uplifting to her. This is supposed to be something empowering to her. This is supposed to be something that she's proud of. Yet, it all burns down when she has to do these same things for a husband. A man that's coming in and promising her the stability of a relationship. And what he wants is in return is everything she done ever gave them 50 men she done been with. He not really asking for a whole lot more than what she was willing to give a man that wasn't paying her half an ounce of attention. Or it was temporary attention. A man coming through giving exponentially more than any of them men was giving her at any one time. And all he's saying is the sex that you was giving them, just give it to me. The kids that you bore for them, bear for me. The house that you was cleaning up behind this one and that one, do it for me. Or do it with me. And I'll make sure that everything is stable. Now, all of a sudden, she wants to suddenly equate that situation with slavery in the presence of a committed relationship or a marriage. She didn't think it was nothing wrong with doing this stuff without no man in sight. No man in sight. Okay? She's popping kids for men that she admittedly don't think is worthy of really having a relationship with. But a man that she would be willing to marry, all of a sudden is not worthy of any of the things that she was giving other dudes. And this is how backwards Black women have become in 2022. This is how backwards Black women have allowed feminism to turn their brain around and turn their head around. Y'all are walking around out here, and this one on the video was too old for that. She like she was about her 30s. She was too old for that. Half of y'all ain't never really even been in no real relationship, which is how y'all don't know how relationships go. Y'all just spread and repeat the narratives. But most of y'all is like that other lady that I did a video on that was saying she was too comfortable being single. Y'all are like her. Maybe you had one real relationship, quote unquote, real relationship. The rest of them have been slide-throughs and situationships. Those don't count as relationship experience. So many of you have no idea what it feels like for a man to actually come in and come along and be that total package to you. And if he did come along to do that, you would be such a fish out of water that you wouldn't even really want him to do that. You would push him away or self-sabotage that situation somehow, without even realizing that that's what you engaged in. You would blame him for the dissolution of the relationship. Feminism has really got y'all out here crazy and backwards and not thinking with any form of logic. I know women are emotional creatures and everything, but that doesn't mean that we don't have no logic, that we don't have no reasoning, that we're not supposed to think critically at any time. That's crazy. And y'all be out here not having a critical thought or critical thinking bone in your body. It's slavery. But it wasn't slavery when you had 4 kids and 3 baby daddies. How that's not slavery? How is that not oppressive? How is that not a subjugation that you put yourself through? So it ain't slavery because you did it on your own. You were stupid by yourself. But under the confine of a relationship where there are requirements and standards and things that's expected of you, now all of a sudden it's oppressive because it's expected of you. Y'all want men to want y'all for more than y'all sex, and then when he want all of you, you don't know what to do. Then you cry and complain, he want too much. Well, just let him want you for sex then. What you complaining for? Because that's all you know how to give. That's all you want to give. You don't even want a man to come and require and expect that you be more than your vagina. You want to be equated to the value of your vagina. You like that because it don't require you to do much else. It don't require you to be a good person. It don't require you to be a thinking person. It don't require you to have your life together. A lot of y'all is out here bums. A lot of y'all out here stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's just go on and on and on. But you know what I'm saying? Having good kitty, that don't require you to be nothing else. So as long as a man is only requiring that, you good. And when he require more than that, you feel like you under some type of subjugation and slavery. Anyways, before we sound off, We have a petition in against Black Lives Matter as an organization for the $90 million that they have not answered for, that was supposed to come back to the Black community, and instead it went into the pockets of the founders. So we have a petition, and the link to that petition is in the description box. So please go ahead and sign, share, and contribute to it if you can. Also, sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.